Juliet has finally accessed George's hard drive, and what's in it is unlike anything she ever imagined. It's surreal and scary to think that there might come a time when our future generation would be as taken aback as Juliet to see the blue sky, and the green trees and grass and birds flying. That too on a screen, things that they have no idea about and yet what we all opened our eyes to after being born. We do not want that future. Coming back, we have reached episode 10, the season finale of Silo, and it's do or die for Juliet Nichols. Or is it do and die? Juliet has to find a way to show the clip to everyone. While Danny can do it by linking the drive to a signal booster, it will alert the IT department, and thus Bernard, who has also found out their location by tracing the hard drive's location. A security team must be on its way by now. Thankfully, she knows an alternate route, that is, the trash chute. They manage to reach a signal booster, and Danny syncs the screen. The video begins to play on all the screens in Bernard's room. He is shocked to see it, and we still do not know why he is so afraid of people seeing this. He has to be some kind of maniac to force his people to turn away from the screens. Why doesn't he want people to see it? Does he fear a rebellion that will take place if people find the truth? He shuts down the whole thing. But who can tell that the clip wasn't seen by at least 100 people in the silence? Bernard realizes that Juliet is using the trash chute to travel, and she is spotted. The only way to avoid getting hit by the trash is to let go. And she does. It is improbable that she will survive, but somehow she makes it. Juliet has an angel, or maybe the very soul of Silo itself, looking down her. She is saved by the people at the recycling center, and Knox and Shirley bring her to Martha's place. Unfortunately, Knox has informed the judiciary about it, which is basically the right thing to do at this point because he cannot compromise the whole of Mechanical for one person. Mechanical cannot be responsible for whatever crime Juliet has committed. Juliet agrees to it too. Soon, Bernard and Sims arrive with a security team, and Juliet agrees to be put in shackles in return for the truth behind George's death. But that's nothing compared to what Bernard did, destroying the hard drive. We were right to imagine that he is scared of a rebellion, just as he tells Juliet. However, Juliet believes that the people of Silo can handle the truth. In this case, Bernard might just be speaking from his experience when he tells her that he doesn't share her optimism. And the fact is that we cannot handle the truth. We never could, we never can, and we never will. The whole of Silo watches as Juliet Nichols walks up the stairs, where she will be taken to her cell. She will spend the night. The next day, she will walk out of the silo. Martha, for whom she is like a daughter, is in a lot of pain because Juliet will literally be walking to her death. She cannot accept it, and for the first time in 25 years, she musters up the courage to come out of her room to do what's necessary. Her meeting with her friend Carla reveals that she had made a tape that was better than the one Juliet stole from the judicial. But what's in a tape? Bernard and Sims bring Juliet to the station, where they keep an eye on each and every person in the silo. Juliet is completely stupefied until they show her how George died. No one killed him. He killed himself. Why? Maybe because it was the only way to bring out the truth that he knew only Juliet was capable of. The fact that George was ready to die if it exposed the truth proves that the truth is worth life itself. She is then put in the cell where her father, Pete, and Shirley visit her. They know that she is going to die. Martha has secretly sent her a note concerning the supply. Martha has apparently replaced the tapes that are used to seal the suit that a person has to wear before going out. But how does that matter? Is there something in the air? Finally, Bernard meets Juliet and gives her a long speech about how what she tried to do could lead to the total collapse of the silo. But when questioned about what she saw in the video, Bernard merely addresses it as one of the many mysteries left by the founders of the silo, whoever they were. At this point, I cannot trust Bernard, no matter what he says. Before leaving, he gives her Sheriff Halston's badge. Now she will finally see the truth. Thus arrives the moment we feared and yet had been waiting for. Juliet is about to walk out of the silo. Hundreds have gathered to see her, including her father, Pete, Martha, Knox, Shirley, and all other colleagues of Juliet from Mechanical. Bernard reads her the oath, and two people help her put on the suit. She is cleaned and slowly walks out of the silo into a whole new world, one she has never seen. The green grass, the blue sky, the butterflies, and the birds. Everything is beautiful until she stumbles. It seems that the poisonous air is taking effect. But it is when she stands up again that we realize that it might just be that Martha's tape has done its job. It has prevented the poisonous air from reaching inside her suit. But that's not what's surprising. It's what happens when Juliet puts Halston's badge on the ground that changes everything. The ground isn't real, and neither are the bodies of Halston and his wife. It is a simulation. But where are the bodies? Surely they died. As surreal as what Juliet is seeing, everything disappears right in front of her eyes and is replaced with barren land. What's going on? There are buildings visible on the horizon. But is this real? We know that she is safe, but it's what lies ahead of her that is shocking. Episode 10 ends with Juliet walking toward the barren land, and we can see multiple silos. This is the truth that Bernard was hiding. Each of these must have thousands of people. This would mean that the visor in her suit is digital. Bernard was using it to keep everyone in the dark. However, somehow the clip that the digital visor had pre-installed came to an end. Bernard must have made it last for 3 to 4 minutes, thinking that the person who was watching it would die before it ends. But thanks to Martha's tape, Juliet lived. What happened that led to this? And what are the buildings that can be seen at the far end? Meanwhile, Bernard realizes that Juliet knows and heads back to a server room, flipping a switch using his key number 18. Is this a way to alert the other silos? Season 2 will be filled with answers. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and I hope you enjoyed the Silo Season 1.